Hey, what up, YouTube? Name's Hydra. Yeah, it's definitely my real name. Uh, so, if you don't know me, I make a video about once a week. It's about Star Wars, usually. Star Wars theories, fandom, facts, whatever. Huge Star Wars fan. And, yeah, so today I'm going to be discussing my personal thoughts on if Grogu, if he's the offspring of Yoda and Yaddle, and my personal thoughts, everything about this whole situation. So I want to start off with my first idea about this, which personally on this, everything here, I personally do not believe that Grogu is the offspring of Yaddle and Yoda. But it's possible. They could always change the timeline, whatever. But personally, I do not believe this for this one main reason. So Yoda and Yaddle, if you don't know Yaddle, she's a female Yoda that sat on the Jedi Grand Council. And the idea that many people believe is that Yoda and Yaddle had a baby, and that baby was Grogu. And well, personally, I do not buy this because they're some of the most by-the-book Jedi you could ever meet. And the idea that they would break one of the biggest rules of lovemaking and getting married, I'm just not buying it. I don't understand. But that's my main point on all of this. So that's the main reason why I've never really believed this theory. But, of course, it could be true. They like to toy with these ideas. Disney has proven that before. But another thing I want to say is that Grogu, he's so powerful that, so if you didn't know, if two very powerful Force users have a baby, that could make the baby have, their powers combined. But that's only very rare and doesn't happen all the time. But Grogu is so powerful, it's hard to imagine that he would just be genetically that powerful. He must have been the offspring of two very important Jedi. Who are two important Jedi of his species? Yoda and Yaddle. But that's a point on that. As you can see, he can pick up mud horns with ease. Of course, after he does that, he doesn't have enough mental strength. But he instantly falls asleep after that. But that's not just because he's not old enough to have all that strength. But he as you can see in episode 1, season 1 of The Mandalorian, he picks up a mud horn, which is very hard. And I don't think any Force user of his age could do that just genetically, unless it's it would be a 1 in a billion chance. But the Yoda species, they don't have a name. I wish they would get a name. They're known to be very Force sensitive, so that could be another thing on that. And before I end this point, I do want to say that if two Force users have a baby, it doesn't necessarily mean that baby will have the powers of both of them combined. For example, Dooku, Count Dooku, he was the son of two very powerful Force users, and he was one of many kids, and he was the most powerful Force user. And some, from what we know, weren't even Force sensitive at all. So it's just luck if it turns out to be twice as powerful. This is something that I've been thinking about. Is remember that Grogu was a youngling at the Jedi Temple during Order 66, but someone helped him escape. You can see this season 3 of The Mandalorian, but I'm sure most of you know that. But the thing about that is, eventually, I think someone, if actually that, Yoda and Yaddle are his parents, eventually someone would ask, hey, who's this kid's parents? That would be a little bit suspicious because, Yoda was working at the temple at the same time. But I don't know. But another point why it is because the timing. The timing works out okay. It's not perfect. Nothing of this is perfect, but the timing works out, pretty well in terms of everything, that he would actually be the offspring. If he was the offspring, he would be born around episode 2-ish, because he's around 50 years old. But that's just a quick estimate. Yes, so one thing I do want to point out about the timing is that so of course he's an infant, but if he would be like 20 at the Jedi, or while he was at the Jedi Order. Probably even, a lot younger than that. And for that would be like, was just like born. And I don't understand why he would be there that young. Because usually the Jedi only take in younglings at the age of 3 to 6. But, yes, the last thing I do want to say, I wouldn't be as surprised as I sound if it turns out Grogu is the offspring of Yoda and Yaddle. It's possible, but, for example, Rey, she was the granddaughter of Palpatine, and they like to tie in characters with other characters that you've seen. So, it's possible, but, this is my theory. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and smash that subscribe button. Slash it with your lightsaber. Full stroke it if you need to. But I'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace!